Hello and welcome, friends. Welcome to your February 2022 reading with me, Intuitive Rene. I hope 2022 is treating you well so far. I sort of skipped the January readings because life, but I'm hoping that I'm back on track and we will have the videos coming up for you on a regular basis. So these month ahead readings are released, or should be released, the Friday before the end of the month, or should we say Friday before the new month. So that's why these videos are now being released in time for the 1st of February, so that you have a little bit of time to watch the video, to watch the reading, to absorb the information, and be prepared for what the month ahead has in store for you. So there are individual readings for each sign of the zodiac. The process of the reading is done exactly the same for all 12, but obviously the context and the information that comes through will be different for each of the 12 readings. You can watch, the main one that you need to watch is for your sun sign, which is the zodiac that you all know. When people say, oh, what star sign are you? Whatever your answer is to that based on your date of birth, it's where it's where the sun was at the time of your birth, and that is your sun sign. And the zodiacs, these readings that I'm doing, are really based on your sun sign. If you know your moon sign, if you know your rising sign, you are more than welcome to watch those videos as well, to understand yourself a bit better as far as your personality and your emotions and all of those other things. I don't want to go into a whole astrology lesson for you now, but you absolutely can watch those videos to get a little bit more insight into you. I have changed the format of these month ahead readings, so I'm using quite a few cards, and I'm hoping that it's going to give you detailed information to guide you through the month. I would also advise, obviously, watch it now before the month starts, and then do come back and watch it during the month. Maybe set a reminder on your phone to come back sort of halfway through the month, or 10 days in and then 20 days in, and so on. If or any time that you are experiencing a challenge or a problem, or you're not sure which way to go or what's going on. So the video is available to you all the time. You could also even come back to it in March and look at it again and do a bit of an analysis of what was said was going to take place and what actually did. So it could be quite interesting to look at it retrospectively as well. So as I said, there is a video for each sign of the zodiac. Everybody's getting this intro message. It just saves me repeating myself 12 times and that type of thing. So we're now going to go straight into your particular reading, and I do hope you enjoy. At this point, I do want to ask, if you haven't already done, please do consider subscribing to my channel and giving this video a like and a comment. Just lets YouTube know that you've enjoyed it, and it'll help my channel grow and reach more people. So the more people engage and interact with my videos, the more YouTube goes, okay, let's show this to more people, and then that way we actually spread the word a little bit. So as a way of showing appreciation and gratitude for what I do for you as a free service, please do consider a thumbs up, a comment, and if you haven't already done so, please do hit the subscribe. And yeah, let's get into your particular reading. Right, Gemini, let's get into your reading. As you can see on the table here in front of me, I have got the two decks that I want to be working with. This is the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Lynn, and this is the Dark Mansions Tarot because it's beautiful. I have shuffled before I started recording, but I do like to shuffle while I have you on camera with me. We're going to use the Oracle card to get the theme for the month ahead. So just going to give it a quick little shuffle, and then pick a single card as the theme for February 2022 for all Gemini energy. All right, let's shuffle. Let's find one, and I'm going to take that one over there. Okay, so Gemini, let's have a look. What is the theme for the month of February for you? Oh, I love it. We have got delight. I love the colors of this particular card. I mean, it is so bright. It is so beautiful. And I love the fact that we've got the bird on the ground, because it has the ability to fly. It has the ability to be up in the sky, but it's almost like it's choosing to do everything from grassroots. it's choosing to be grounded and to be connected, because it's delighting in the flowers and in the grass tickling its tummy, and all of those kind of things, and recognizing the freedom that it has. And just because it can fly doesn't mean it needs to, doesn't mean it wants to, and doesn't mean it has to. And I do think from a delight point of view for each one of you, Gemini, for the month of February, it is about just having everything, I almost want to say, in perspective, and understanding what you can do, what you need to do, what you should do, and what you want to do, but making sure that everything you do is what brings you joy, what brings you happiness, what brings you a sense of delight. I think that's just absolutely wonderful. And as a theme for the month ahead, I think it's great as well. We have to remember that February is Valentine's month. So it's the month where we're all thinking about our emotions, and we're all thinking about feelings, and we're all feeling about, we're thinking about love, and we're wanting more of it. And isn't love delightful? Isn't what we're looking for and what we're craving and what we're wanting in life just everything that comes with a bucket of delight? So I think as a theme, it's going to be amazing. All right, so Gemini, this is the Dark Mansion Tarot, and again, has been shuffled before I started recording, but just going to give it a quick little shuffle while we are, just to make sure that everything is completely transparent and above board. So just going to do a quick little shuffle, and then I'm going to lay out the cards. I'm going to turn them all over face up so that we can see the cards. Oops, gosh, I completely broke that shuffle. Let's try that again. Gosh. You know me, I'm terrible. These cards in particular, just while I'm shuffling, they've got such a beautiful, what we call a rose petal finish to them. But that means they don't glide or slide very well, because they're quite they're quite textured. I think it's the only way to really describe it. So shuffling can sometimes be a challenge, and of course then I break the camera. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus. There we go. Camera's back. Okay, so I'm going to cut the deck over there, and we're going to lay out the cards for your reading. Once I've got all the cards laid out, we will then start talking about what we see and what is the message that's coming through for Gemini. So February 2022, it's crazy that we're talking February. I know, we've only just started with the year, but it seems like there's been a lot going on, isn't it? And I think even for you guys, looking at your theme for the month ahead, it's like Gemini are determined and focused, like so much to do and so much I want to accomplish and so much I want to achieve, and just sort of moving ahead, focusing on all of that. All right, so we have got all the cards laid out. Let me just take a second to have a look and see exactly what we do have in front of us. I always fiddle, because I need them to be, so that I can see exactly what's going on with all of the cards. So it seems to be quite a variety, but a lot of it is emotions. So we're starting off with the Lover's card, and then we've got cups, 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 and we mustn't forget we've got delight. So Gemini, when I look at all of this, it seems like the focus for the month of February for each one of you is going to be on the feelings. It's going to be on the emotions, but not from a purely romantic point of view. It's not like, well, what's going on with the romance, but it's just about the feel good feelings. And I think that ties in so beautifully with our theme for the month. And Gemini, we know that you like people. We know that Gemini love engaging and interacting and connecting with people, and that you can switch and change depending on who you're with, and depending on all the things that are available and all the things that are presented to you. But it certainly looks like the month of February is going to be focused on the real deep feelings, but feelings of satisfaction, feelings of delight, and feelings of excitement. We're coming into the month from a place of understanding, from a place of following our dreams and following our passions and following our feelings. Now, I love this depiction of this particular Lover's card, because most of the time in a tarot deck, when it talks about the Lover's card, you only get that image, the two people over there. And in this particular one, they've got a third person coming through. And the message that comes through with the Lover's card is about choice, okay? So this gentleman, he has a choice. He can either go with the lady in the pink or he can go with the lady in the blue. What's he going to do? What's his choice? Now, it's interesting to note we've got the snake at the top of the card as well, which is all about temptation. And it's also about renewal, and it's about rebirth and all of those kind of energies. The important thing here is that obviously he has to choose what delights him, what excites him, what is it that he's interested in. But he's also got to recognize and understand. And I think, Gemini, for each one of you, this is what's important for each of you during the month of February. You can make any choice you want, you can go any way that you want, but you've got to follow your heart, because that's what the delight is all about. You've got to follow the heart, and you've got to ask yourself not what's the most practical answer or what's the best answer or what's the right answer, but you've got to follow your heart and say, what is my heart feeling? Am I feeling this person or am I feeling this person? It could be opportunities, it could be situations, it could be circumstances, but it's about looking at the two options that you have and saying, right, which is the one I want to go for? And you have to make your decisions during the month of February based on emotion, based on feelings of delight and feelings of happiness. The but that comes in here for you, Gemini, is understanding, recognizing, and accepting the consequences of your choice. I know we all understand consequences. We all understand that, whatever you choose, that there's always going to be a consequence. It doesn't mean we like it. And sometimes we get so caught up in the choices, we get so caught up in the decisions, that we actually overlook the consequences of our behavior. So Spirit are encouraging you, Gemini, during the month of February to make decisions based on heart space, because we've got a lot of heart space cards here. So it is about making choices based on heart space, but it's also about recognizing and understanding the consequences. The fact that there's choice, the fact that you have to pick one over another, is also an indication that in order for you to have the delight and the happiness that you're looking for, somebody else has to suffer. Somebody else has to get the no answer. When there's only one position, when there's only one spot, when there's only one space, and there are more than one person vying for it, somebody has to be disappointed. And that is sort of comes with the territory, doesn't it? Okay, so Gemini, the next card that we have is the challenge that you have to face and that you have to deal with. And the sense of humor starts kicking in here, because with the Page of Pentacles, he's looking at this disc and he's going, oh, shiny, shiny, happy, happy, beautiful, beautiful. He's delighting in what's right here in front of him. He's not aware of anything that's going on around him. So the challenge is about being practical. The challenge is not allowing yourself to get sucked into the beauty and into the shiny, but being practical about, is this the right choice? And the challenge for you, Gemini, is exactly that. Because, again, Gemini, you're very friendly, outgoing, charismatic kind of personalities. And, that's how people interpret you and that's how people see you, although we're going to see more of that down here. But it is when it comes to the month ahead, when it comes to making any kind of decisions, when it comes to making any kind of choices, especially if it's between more than one option, you need to not get sucked into the pretty, not get sucked into the outward appearance, but we need to look at the whole situation and say, right, where is the delight coming in? Where is it that's going to make me happy? Is it being on the ground or is it being up in the air? Where is it? And the challenge for you is taking things at face value and not seeing the true value of what your options and your choices are. Okay, good. Now, our next one that we look at, you know, I understand that every single one of us, and especially you Geminis watching and listening to me right now, I understand that all we want in life is happiness. All we want in life is success. All we want in life is to be seen, appreciated, and accepted for, the awesomeness of who you are. We all want that. We all want to be substantial, significant. We all want to be loved unconditionally. And we all want to be able to appreciate and to be appreciated. So, the undercurrent around the choices and the decisions and the behaviors around you at the moment, it's about, understanding the bigger picture. Okay. So the undercurrent energy around the decisions, the behaviors, the activities in the month is about recognizing all that you've accomplished and all that you've done. So Gemini, this is Spirit saying to you, we mustn't, when looking at delight, when looking at opportunities, when looking at choices and decisions, once we've focused on not being drawn into the outward prettiness or the outward appearance of something, when we've really taken things and looked at the true value of it, we'll see more delight, we will see more success and more opportunity and more happiness available to us. But we also need to make sure that we're understanding the big picture, because things that bring delight, outward delight, external appearance delight today, in 5 years time, 6 years time, may not be the same. And this is Spirit saying to you, we've got to make sure that we're understanding the full picture. Okay, we need to make sure that we're understanding the full picture. Now, this card, I keep looking at it and I keep being drawn to it, because this is what's led you here. This is what's brought you to where you are in the month of February. And Gemini, this is Spirit saying to you that, you know what, you've had some really crazy stress, worry, anxiety, concern over the last couple of months. So much so that you've maybe just put your hands over your eyes and said, I don't want to look anymore. I don't want to face this monster. I don't want to face this concern, because you're like, you've had enough now. When can it end? I need it to end. I have faced so many monsters and I have faced so many struggles, and I'm at a point now where I don't want to deal with it anymore. And maybe that's where this temptation to focus on the shiny comes into play. So Gemini, I think the message that's coming through from Spirit for all of you here, you're going to find yourself having to make some tough decisions during the month of February. When it comes to that, we want to make sure that we make the right choices, and a choice that's going to bring us happiness, that's going to bring us delight. We mustn't take anything at face value, because taking things at face value means that the longevity of it is going to be short-lived. All right. So when I look at those first four cards, that is the message that comes through loud and clear. As much as you are drawn to what it appears like, what it looks like, what it appears to be on the outside, we need to scratch a little bit. We need to look a little bit more at the value, the true core value of the situation, to make sure that it is going to be there for us for the long haul. And Spirit recognizing and acknowledging that it's been a tough road. It's been a long, hard, difficult road. And because of the difficulties, that is where the temptation to take things at face value come from. Because we're almost, if I can use the word desperate, I'm using air quotes here, desperate for a little bit of happiness, for a little bit of delight, for a little bit of happiness, and to take a, to just change, to change the energy. All right. And maybe this is where these choices and decisions are coming from, because sometimes we're just like, you caused me pain in the past, I'm not going with you, I'm going to choose this person. We're making decisions on face value. It could bring us back to where we are. So make sure that you understand the full scenario before you make any choices and any decisions moving forward. Right. The support that's available to you, I mean, look at this. Isn't this just beautiful? 6 of Wands. We have got a bride. We've got a bride, listen to me. A bridal couple is the word I want to say. We have got a whole wedding taking place here. You can see we've got the groom, we've got the bride, and we've got everybody celebrating their happiness, celebrating their success, celebrating the union, the connection, the marriage. And this is Spirit saying to you that, when things are going right, everybody rocks up. When there's reasons to celebrate in your life, when there's reasons to acknowledge your success, everybody arrives, everybody's there for you. But when you're having challenges, when you're having nightmares, when you're facing your deepest concerns, there's nobody there for you. People only rock up for the good stuff. People are not there when there's challenges, when there's problems, and when there's difficulties. And you've got to start recognizing, and I wonder if that's not what's going to help you with this decision, is by facing the truth and recognizing for yourself that people are only there for you when things are going well. As soon as there's trouble in the land, you're on your own. Nobody's there for you. And I think the big thing here, what Spirit are wanting you to recognize, is you're never really alone. It's how you project, it's how you show, it's how you display, it's how you put it out there. But you need to understand that the people who appear to be there for you, you've got to, again, Look beneath the shiny. Look at the true value of it. Are they there for you for the right reasons, or are they just there for you because of the delightful experience? Okay, so the support that's available to you, you will always find people attracted or drawn to your success. They're not always there for you in times of need, and that truth holds value, and that truth is what's going to get you right through to the end. That truth between these two is what's going to see you through the decisions, the choices, and the actions. Now, it's very interesting, this Knight of Cups. um, I love the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups, he's very brave. He shows his emotions. He doesn't hold back. He expresses himself, and he expresses his love. He expresses his delight with confidence, with courage, and he's got such a charisma about him. And even his horse, they're stepping out of their comfort zones, okay? Because we're now stepping from solid ground into the water, and you can't see his foot. We can't see through the water, but we're still forging on. We're still moving forward. And he, if you look at his face, he's not taking his eye off the prize, okay? He's carrying his cup like a trophy, and he's holding it bravely, and he's saying, you know what, look at me, look at my success. He's focusing on the positive. So what's interesting here, Gemini, when I look at these first 6 cards across the top here, you've got some tough decisions to make. It's easy to say, I'm going to do what feels right. I'm going to do what brings me happiness. I'm going to do the simple. I'm going to focus on the delight. But the truth of the matter is, we have to look at the way things have been in the past. We need to recognize that decisions we make today could affect us in years to come. And it's also about staying committed to your journey, to your path, and not allowing other people's opinions and other people's delight and happiness to affect you, and to say, you know what, I deserve this. I deserve success. I deserve happiness. I deserve a delightful experience, and I'm not stopping until I get it. Okay. And I think, having that kind of energy in the month of February, to me, it makes so much sense, because it means that when we get into March, when we get further in the year, you've ironed out all the complications, you've ironed out all the challenges, you've figured everything out. And actually, the only thing that you then can focus on, or need to focus on, is your own personal happiness and success. All right, so Gemini, we're now coming across the bottom here. And this is where things start getting, I'm going to call it a little bit interesting. This Page of Cups card over here. So we had the Knight of Cups, we've got the Page of Cups. This Page of Cups, he's putting on a brave face, and he's pretending like he's got everything figured out. And he's, people look at him and go, oh, shame, he knows exactly what's happening. You can see he's a little bit innocent, a little bit naive, a little bit young-hearted, but he's putting on a show, and he's pretending like he's got it all together. But the truth of the matter is, he's probably shaking underneath his clothes, but he's not showing it on the outside. And this is how people see you. So people see you as somebody who's not very confident, although trying to be confident. People are not seeing you like that. People are seeing you almost as if you, I don't want to say weak, because it's not about weakness. It's just about not having as much confidence as you may do. So even though you're feeling super confident, even though you're feeling super, able to do the things that you want to, people see you and go, shame, mate, they're a little bit nervous, they're a little bit afraid, they're a little bit fearful. That's how people are perceiving you. And that's actually very interesting. And I think as well, that's what comes through here. So when things are going well for yourself, you show yourself to the world, and you let people see your true self. But when things are not going well, you withdraw and you hold into yourself. And people see you, and they see your confidence, they see you trying, and they're really, celebrating you and saying, yeah, go for it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. But they can see the nerves that are hiding underneath. And that's the way that people are perceiving you. You, on the other hand, you're feeling very different to that. You're feeling like, you know what, I'm super confident, I'm strong, nothing can stop me. So you think you're putting on a brave face. You think you're putting out, this confidence and charisma, but everybody's seeing you not really being so confident. So the interesting thing here about what you're feeling versus what people are seeing about you is that you're feeling like you've got this. You're feeling like these decisions are simple and easy. You're not feeling threatened or worried or concerned around these decisions at all. So you're coming across, or you think you're coming across super confidently, and like you know that everything's going to work out. But other people are seeing the little bit of nerves that may be there. I do want to say with this Nine of Cups, is yes, continue being confident, continue believing in the delight and in the opportunities that are available to you, but don't let it get to your head. Okay, we need to be a little bit more honest with ourselves around what we're dealing with, what we're going through, and the consequences of our actions, consequences of our decisions, because remember, that's the overall energy for the month of February. It's not just that confidence will get you through, but it is about understanding and recognizing that all things will work out in good time, as long as you don't let your head or your ego run away with you. Okay. Um, you know, Gemini, I get it. I get that you're underneath your tough exterior, you're actually quite soft, you're actually quite gentle, you're actually quite kind and generous and thoughtful. You know, you're always thinking about other people's happiness and other people's joy and other people's success. You're always putting other people's needs, wants, and desires first. But I have to say to you, Gemini, that people don't often see that. That side of yourself is something that you keep hidden. It's something that you hide from people. So I am going to say to you that during the month of February, show that. Okay, be expressive with your feelings, be expressive with your hopes, be expressive with the stuff that's happening within your heart space. Share it with others, share that delight, express your delight in others as well. So you know, when people are around you and people are with you, instead of just keeping quiet and keeping your thoughts and feelings to yourself, share it, put it out there, open your little beak, and you know, tweet about it. Okay, tweet about your feelings, tweet about the delight that others bring you. Don't keep it all to yourself. I really want to encourage you to be more verbally expressive in your feelings, what you're going through, and most importantly, what you think about other people. Okay, I think that's the kicker here for you, Gemini, is expressing what you think about other people. You know, just to bring this one back into it, when you come to making decisions, when you have to pick one over the other, maybe we need to be more verbal around expressing that. Maybe we need to explain ourselves so that people understand where we're coming from and that people don't think that we don't really know what we're doing. So it's about being more verbal and more expressive in what you're thinking, what you're feeling, and almost, if I can say, the actions that you do. Okay, so I know we've sort of come full circle here, but now we have the King of Wands, and I just love the King of Wands. You know, just look at his confidence. Just look at how powerful he is. Just look how strong he is. And the colors of this card, with all those oranges and all those reds and all those yellows that are coming through, it's fire energy, okay? And on his curtains, we've got all these little suns, you know, shining through there. So he is so super confident. He is so super confident, and he is so super in control of everything that's going on around him. And Gemini, this is spirit saying that you can be this, you can have this. This is what you deserve, because that's what brings you delight. You are the kind of person where you want to know that the choices and the decisions that you make are going to bring you control, happiness, and success. And the only way that this is going to happen for you is if you take the advice that's given here. Don't take things at face value. Express yourself, speak your mind, speak your heart, speak your emotions. Let people know, and don't let your don't let your confidence don't let your confidence, that's me trying to be very polite, don't let your confidence hold you back or restrict you. Success, happiness, and delightfulness is absolutely yours once you've made the decisions. And I do have to say that there are some tough ones for you this month, some tough decisions for you this month. Don't internalize it all. It's about expressing, it's about speaking, and it's also about thinking about tomorrow, thinking about the long term, thinking about where you're moving towards. And don't just make decisions based on the here and the now. Think about the longevity. some big decisions that can bring you a lot of happiness throughout the month of February. Gemini, wishing you a month of love, a month of success and happiness, and a month of many, many delights. With love and blessings from my heart to yours. And until we connect again, take care.